Exactly 100 years ago, a sprawling, prosperous kingdom named Valerion simply vanished from every map. A dense, unnatural fog settled over its borders, creating a permanent, impenetrable barrier. For decades, anyone looking from the outside has assumed the interior collapsed into total ruin, swallowed entirely by the mist. But there is a strange detail reported by those few who venture near the edge. Through the dead, windless air, you can hear the distinct, heavy tolling of iron bells, ringing without anyone there to pull the ropes. The rest of the world has largely moved on, letting the kingdom fade into myth. Yet those persistent bells point to something else entirely. Valerion is not destroyed. It is trapped, waiting in a state of suspended animation. The only physical link remaining to that lost civilization is a single glowing artifact known as the Ember of Valerion. This flame holds the kingdom's tether to our reality. If this fragile light goes out, the spell breaks, and Valerion, along with its entire history, will be permanently erased. Protecting this flame falls to an anonymous traveler known as the Last Lantern Bearer. His task is to carry the ember through the brutal winter storms of the outer mountains and reach the kingdom's frozen capital. It is an exhausting race against the elements. The survival of an entire civilization relies completely on whether one person can keep a flickering lantern alive through the cold. It is the 7th night of the trek, and the traveler has finally breached the treacherous upper passes. Arriving at the final approach to the valley, the conditions are punishing. Freezing, driving rain is lashing down against his heavy, dark cloak, propelled by a sharp, biting wind. The physical toll is visible in every slow, deliberate step. His primary focus, burning through the exhaustion, is keeping his body angled to shield the fragile lantern from the deluge. Beneath his boots lies an ancient, winding cobblestone road. The wet stones catch his lantern's light, reflecting a warm, orange glow against the gloom. Simply surviving the exposure to reach the specific threshold is a feat of endurance that almost no one in the past century has managed. As he crests the final rocky ridge, the thick border mists finally break, revealing the hidden interior of Valerion. A moment of wonder. The view that spreads out before him contradicts every rumor of decay. There is a vast, intact medieval town nestled below, watched over by a pristine castle carved directly into the cliffside. Even stranger, the fierce storm ends at the border. Inside the valley, the sky is locked in a perpetual, otherworldly sunset, bathing the spires and rooftops in a warm, suspended golden light. The traveler pauses at the edge of the precipice. The same amber sunlight reflects clearly in the rainwater pooling across the old cobblestones. He has reached his destination. Yet, as he looks down at the untouched streets, the absolute perfect stillness of the sunlit town feels just as wrong as the dark fog that concealed it. As the bearer approaches the precipice, the dormant environment detects the ember's presence and begins to churn. The distant, hollow ringing of the iron bells abruptly accelerates. They fall into a heavy, rhythmic sequence, growing so loud that the vibrations travel up the cliff and shake the ground beneath his boots. The ambient glow of his lantern spills downward, catching the stagnant mist trapped in the lower gorge. The fog rapidly swirls and violently parts, illuminated by a pulsing golden light from within. The century-long suspension is finally thawing. Across the valley, frozen shadows begin to stretch and move, and the stone structures let out a deep groan as the physical weight of time crashes back down upon them. Returning the light to Valerion restarts the biological systems of every living thing frozen within the borders. The legends misread the intent of the isolation. This fog functioned as a seal, a deliberate containment system designed to keep a specific force trapped within the valley. Deep beneath the foundations of the town and the roots of the castle ridge, something massive is reacting to the sudden influx of magic. A low, terrifying resonance begins to build from deep underground. It is a steady, organic thrumming that quickly overpowers and drowns out the frantic ringing of the iron bells. The traveler does not flinch. He simply tightens his grip on the lantern's handle. He has known all along that waking this dormant power was the required price for bringing his civilization back from the edge of erasure. By returning the light to Valerion, the bearer has saved his people. But in doing so, he has cracked open a cage, unleashing a threat the rest of the world has